Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. So yeah, ADA hit our target now for the second time. There were two targets that we defined. The first one I already took off the chart, that was reached yesterday already, I think around 36.5 cents it was. And this here was the second target for this movement of the C wave, but it doesn't really look like it's finished yet. So I just want to make you aware before we continue to go down further. But of course, the low could now be in for this C wave here, yeah. After the triangle broke, it lost obviously support and then came down here in this C wave off the wave 2. That's currently the view that we had here of this low on the 18th of January, a wave 1 to the upside in 5 waves, and that we're currently coming down here in an ABC structure similar to what Ethereum is doing at the moment. Ideally, it is holding the 33.7 cent level. That's the 78.6 fib. That would be quite important, because if it drops below this level, it's most likely not going to work out as a wave 2 anymore. There's still like the last possible level, basically the 88.7 fib, but usually, again, I can only repeat it, if we drop below this 78.6 fib, in most cases, it's not going to work out anymore. And it's all likelihoods what we're looking at here. So I have to consider that. Of course, nobody knows the future, but you know, it's all likelihoods and probabilities. So why was this a target range? Well, it was a target because if we take a look at the length of the A wave to the downside, we go to the high of the B wave, then we can see here that the 1.618 extension was a key target. It's normally for a wave C, sort of the ideal target here, the 1.618 extension. Now it looks like we might get an extended wave C even, because we don't really have 5, well, you could consider 5 waves complete, yeah. Not gonna lie, we could. I'm going to the 30-minute chart, but it's not a very obvious wave 4, so especially if you consider the length of the wave 1, 2 here, so 1, 2, you could say this was the 3, here the 4, and the 5. That's possible. In that case, we could now be moving up, but we obviously have an overlap here already then between these two waves, so it's not very clear, and I would prefer that this still is the wave 4. So let's just double check that. If we say this was the 1, this was the 2, okay, we had the wave was long enough. This wave 4 also, I believe, reached probably the minimum. Yeah, it reached the minimum that it needs to reach. So yeah, you know, it could be finished to the downside, but then we now need to follow through to the upside. First of all, a break above the 50% fib level would be the first signal that things are changing. So if we now get above 37 cents, it would be a strong signal that we are going to move to the upside, because a wave 4 should normally not break above that 50% fib level. It would be unusual. And at the moment, it looks like we only get 3 waves here. If we get 5, then it would really only work. We need to turn around imminently, and then we could count it maybe as a leading diagonal. Yeah. Which again is not great to start a turnaround. So I primarily still look at another low. Also here, bearish engulfing candle. Okay, it's only on the 30-minute chart. On the 1 hour, you see it as well. We had one here and now another one. So yeah, let's see. Obviously, I gave you the key support levels that are relevant now, and I gave you the level that we should not get above anymore to make one more low. And if we get above that 30, let's call it 36.4 cent level, then it would be a strong indication that we are turning around and moving to the upside, because a wave 4 is normally not going to break above the 50% fib level, and if it does, it's most likely not a wave 4, and then we've got it already in. But here on the 1 hour chart, you can see clearly that we don't really have a clear 5 wave down yet, so we only really have 3. It would still work if we for example had a WXY. So in the WXY pattern, here in the Y wave, you only get 3 waves, so we will only know that afterwards. So be ready that it could already be turning around after hitting our target, but at the moment, until we see the trend change, the expectation would be further downside. And I keep you updated. Hope you liked the update about ADA. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.